If you know, like an appointment setter if he is working in a UK role or a US role, he's earning somewhere between $3,000 to $5,000 in average. So that's like 3 lakh to 5 lakhs. Now, if we are talking about a closer who's working in UK or US region, he can earn easily somewhere between $10,000 to $30,000. That's like 9 lakhs to 28 lakhs. Like I said, traditionally what we have seen is people who are trying to push the products and services so that they can make an income out of it or they can make a commission out of it. So that's we see in the regular salespeople. But think in a different way. Does the society exist without sales? Our society is functioning because there is buying and selling. If there is no buying and selling, there is no economy. And if there is no economy, there is no society. That's true. Like AI have been disruptive. And if you see like in 2025, Microsoft itself laid off like 15,000 employees in one shot in 2025.
Welcome to the podcast today. We have Mr. Jishad here with us today. So he's the founder of RizqMentor, and we'll be discussing in detail on the opportunities in high-ticket sales today.
Yes, Ashfaq, indeed, it's a very nice day and we are talking on a very important topic, high-ticket sales. Let's get started.
So, Mr. Jishad, how did you come to be in sales?
So basically about me, I was into IT industry since 2004. So it's been 20 years and I wanted to have a transition from IT to have my own business. So I started my business and the biggest bottleneck or biggest challenge I was facing in business was sales. So that's when I wanted to learn sales and started to explore sales from elite closers in this field like Jeremy Minor, Cole Gordon, Russell Brunson, and the likes. So when we started our business, we were selling our programs at a very low scale. We were getting very less conversions, and we were having a lot of challenges with sales. So then I learned high ticket sales from Cole Gordon and implemented the techniques. And Alhamdulillah, after implementing his framework, we got a very good change. Like earlier, it was 10% conversion rate when I was trying to close. And Alhamdulillah, when we implemented Cole Gordon's technique, we were able to close at 45% to 50%. And right now in our team, we have a close rate of 50 to 75% when I'm closing. So that is how I came into high ticket space. Like we had a problem of dealing with customers in sales, and I wanted to learn and explore. And eventually I found out that this is a great opportunity and many people can benefit from it. So then we moved on to giving and delivering this high ticket sales coaching on a full scale to our students and bringing them the opportunity to their table as well.
Okay, that's great to hear. Also, the conversion rate of 50% to 75%, that's a great number.
Yes.
So, generally, people have this misconception like sales is something that's manipulative or, you get a bit cocky or something. So, what is the correct ethical way to do sales?
See, whenever we think about sales, the picture that comes to our mind, is a person who's having a bag and coming to our apartment or house and he's trying to push his products and services to us. So it's seen as a less valuable skill and people are looking down on people who are in sales. But in reality, you don't have to be manipulative. And we are not talking about low ticket items. We are talking about high ticket sales. High ticket sales is a reputable profession wherein the salesperson is seen as a consultant, more like a doctor who's prescribing his prescription on the basis of analyzing the symptoms of a customer or symptoms of a patient. So just like how a doctor is analyzing a patient and seeing like, okay, he has this problem, when he has this problem, what symptoms he had, what food he have taken the last time. So this way he analyzes the symptoms and find out that what is the core reason of the problem customer is facing or the disease he's having. So just like in consultative sales or high ticket sales, we are not pushing customers or manipulating them. We are helping them to understand their own problem and helping them to make a decision. So essentially, if someone comes to a sales call with us, it's not going to be a sales call. It's more like a consultative call where the person will have the clarity of what he really wants and how he can achieve that. So that's how high ticket sales work. It's not pushing. Normal sales is mainly like push the services, somehow make the customer buy. But in high ticket sales, we are pulling the customer towards us because we are trying to understand their problem, their pain, their desires, and how they can achieve. So it's more like a consultative selling, wherein you are just like a doctor or a psychologist, analyzing their situation and helping them make a good decision. So you don't have to be manipulative in this case.
Okay. Do you think this specific skill should be acquired by everyone?
Not for everyone. I mean, if something is for everyone, then it's not a. I have this belief it's not made for everyone. In the sense, if we ask, I mean, in the perspective of a career, if we say, there are certain people who can benefit from this. For us, we have basically three type of customers who will benefit the most from high ticket sales. Primarily people who want to start a career and they want to have a high income career. For them, it is a good opportunity. People who are already in a career like me, I was in IT and I wanted to transition to something which I can do remotely without location dependence. So independently working from home, if someone is looking for an opportunity and want to earn really a very good income working with UK and US clients, so then in that case, this is a great opportunity.
Okay.
Thirdly, we have this business owners who are building a startup and they want to implement a very good reputation, or they want to have a very good conversion in sales. And if they want to have a professional training, then definitely it will help them as well. Wherever the conversation is one-to-one, where the customer and the decision maker is, or the person who's selling is having a one-to-one conversation, in that scenario this high ticket sales methodology or framework will work. So basically, who wants to start a career, who are in their career with an intention of an extra income and have a very good lifestyle based on working remotely, they will benefit from this. As well as business owners who wants to develop a good business and increase their sales conversions, for them this will be beneficial as well.
Yes, yes. So there has been some concern over the recent tool or AI, the ChatGPT, Gemini, and all these AI LLMs being placed. So ever since these tools came into the market has been disruptive in terms of the hiring process. A lot of companies are laying off employees, and a lot of employees are being replaced by robots or bots, basically. So how do you think the future of high ticket sales space, how would it be in the next 5 years, 3 years, or 4 years?
Yeah, that's true. Like AI have been disruptive, and if you see, like in 2025, Microsoft itself laid off like 15,000 employees in one shot in 2025. It's like 15,000 is a number for us, but think about each person. They have their EMIs, they have their expenses. They are laid off. Like I mean, in IT industry, everyone have a very high expensive lifestyle. They are at the brink of suicide. In some cases, they don't know how to handle the situation. And in IT and related industries, this have affected like anything. And the only option is we have to see when we think about any automation and whatever is coming to the space, we have to think in the perspective of a business owner. A business owner is hiring a person for a certain value which he have seen in his or her services. Okay. So when a candidate is going to approach a business with one set of skill set, if that can be replaced by an AI much cheaper, the business owner will definitely look for the cheaper option and optimize his process. But in sales, alhamdulillah, these roles are not completely taken away by AI so far. As of now, what we can see is appointment setting. There are AI automation is coming, but in reality, it is not that up to that mark, because there are a lot of variables. If we are having same kind of customers with same kind of problems, then if it is repetitive task, the AI can handle it. But what if the customer have a specific question which AI cannot answer? It has to be trained, right? So at the present moment, we don't have that kind of challenge. At least we believe that for the next 3 to 5 years, nothing disruptive can come. But again, if something is coming, we have to have a skill set which is on top of it. That is why we are teaching our students not only sales but also marketing. Sales and marketing are two functions that any business has to have if they have to survive.
Okay.
So rather than taking AI as an opponent to you, you have to take him as a friend. So the person who knows AI, who can work on ChatGPT or Gemini or other tools and improve his work on a much better scale and deliver the services on a much better value to the business owner, then he'll be a valuable asset in the long run, regardless of AI being implemented.
Okay. You're saying there was some saying that says a person who knows how to use AI won't be replaced, but rather someone who does not know how to use it, they will be replaced.
Yeah, a person who knows AI and who can leverage AI to his advantage or her advantage and do the job better, then definitely that is going to help the business as well. So we have to accommodate AI to our space and use it rather than seeing it as an opponent.
So, generally speaking, on your view, this is actually a great skill to have. It's an important skill to have.
Yes.
So, is there a reason why you feel that you have to pick up this skill?
See, right now, if you see like the market space, earlier when someone is studying in their school or doing their plus two after 10th, they will be in a point where they have to make a decision like what career I have to choose. And in Kerala, in our space, mainly people are focusing on two careers, either going for engineering or going for MBBS as a doctor they want to become. But in reality, what is the outcome of such a thing? Like we have so many engineers, we have so many doctors. Essentially, we need them, but the requirement for engineers or doctors and the amount of people in the market have far exceeded. But when you look at high ticket space, we have a lot of businesses which require these appointment setters and closers who who can deliver good services to that businesses. So the opportunity is there. And if you look at from a profession or earning potential from that angle, an engineer in our country is earning something very less. Or if a doctor in the beginning of their career, they are earning very less. Like I know basically from my family also we have doctors and engineers, and I being also in the IT industry, I have seen like the struggles of these people. So in the high ticket space, the amount of effort we put and the result is very high because if you know, like an appointment setter if he is working in a UK role or a US role, he's earning somewhere between $3,000 to $5,000 in average. So that's like 3 lakh to 5 lakhs. So if an engineer who wants to earn such an amount, he has to be in the field for at least 10 to 15 years in engineering experience. So that is something a beginner is earning in high ticket space. So that's the amount of opportunity we are talking about. Now, if we are talking about a closer who's working in UK or US region, he can earn easily somewhere between $10,000 to $30,000.
Okay.
So that's like 9 lakhs to 28 lakhs.
Yes.
So it's a huge amount. The amount of the remuneration is very high in this field. And more than remuneration, people come to this field because they have the location independence. Like personally, I want to settle in a place like Medina. And if I have to travel to Saudi Arabia and find a job there, it's naturally it's very difficult. Even if we have the skills and if we have the potential, it is very difficult. But if you have a remote job, it gives you location independence. You can work from any part of the world. All you need is one internet connection, a good laptop, and a camera with the laptop. Obviously, camera is there with the laptop. And if you have a very good situation like internet and laptop, you can easily work from anywhere. Literally, you can work from anywhere in the world. So people should actually, nowadays they are finding out this as a great opportunity and they are coming to this space and utilizing the opportunity. But majority of the market is still unaware about what is high ticket sales, and they really don't know.
Okay. So already in our market, in Indian market, does this role already exist?
Yeah, Indian market, we have companies offering high ticket sales coaching just like us, and mostly they are catering to the business owners and how they can develop the businesses. And there are trainings in India where we can see like they are charging like 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs for one training for 2 or 3 months. They are charging this amount. And the beneficiaries are basically business owners. Now, regarding the high ticket space career opportunity, because we have this currency, our currency is really weak compared to dollar. Now dollar rate is like 98 rupees. So working in Indian companies, yes, definitely there are scope, like real estate agency, real estate companies are there, SaaS companies are there, IT consulting companies are there, and you can work as a high ticket closer. If you work as a high ticket closer, the amount of remuneration is comparatively very low. So ideally, what we recommend our students is we have our internal job board where we have this opportunity of UK and US based roles. So we recommend them to focus on such roles which is highly lucrative and provide the services for UK and US based customers. If you're working in India, yes, there are opportunities. As beginners, it's a good opportunity. You can get a start. But remuneration wise, getting Europe or US based job roles are much better.
Do you suggest to go for a UK based role or a US based role?
Personally, it depends actually. Like personally, I like UK roles because it aligns with our time zone. Like if we start in the afternoon, like 2 p.m., we can work till 11 at night, and the session or that day's work is over, and we can go for sleep. And next day we have the morning, and we have some time for our things. There are people who prefer the opposite, like they can work at night for like anything. There are people who are night owls, so they are comfortable working at night. And if that is the case, they can go for US roles, and it's highly lucrative as well. Like I said earlier, in US roles, if a closer is earning somewhere like $10,000 to $30,000 or an average $15,000, that's a huge amount.
Huge amount.
Yeah, a monthly basis, it's a very huge amount. So yeah, depending on their aspiration and the flexibility they want, they can choose between UK or US roles. Yes.
Okay. What are generally some of the industries where this space exists?
So generally, we can say in our country, it's basically real estate. That's the only high ticket item. Basically, high ticket sales means selling products or services which is of high value and high price. So in our country, obviously, it is in high ticket. We can say it's real estate. Apart from real estate, we can see like there are other areas like SaaS companies are there offering software as a service. Then we have IT consulting companies where they provide IT solutions, cybersecurity solutions. And now we have this AI automation industry which is booming up. And you can see that there are a lot of companies coming into the AI space.
Yeah.
So such opportunities are there. And if you look in UK and US roles, even there are roofers, those who provide solar panel services. They have the fitness niche. They have it's very much developed in the UK and US region. They have almost all the segments are there in the high ticket space. And because the ticket size is high, earnings are also very high.
Okay. Are you familiar with job roles in traditional sales job? How does it differ from high ticket sales?
So basically, if we look at sales, what comes to your mind? I mean, we see salespeople in shops or in shopping malls, or they are in different industries, right? Even someone is someone who delivers a medicine or like a pharmacy-based services to the doctor. What do you call him? He's a medical representative. He's a salesperson. And someone who comes to our home to sell FMCG products, or someone who's handling a bag. So these are the picture we have in our mind about salespeople. But in reality, that is not the only profession. There are people with sales who are dealing with high value services are also having high reputation because of the services they are delivering. Like I said, traditionally what we have seen is people who are trying to push the products and services so that they can make an income out of it, or they can make a commission out of it. So that's we see in the regular salespeople. And that is a problem, and that's why people have this perception like sales is like something very bad. They're manipulating and they're trying to get some money out of us. But think in a different way. Does the society exist without sales? Our society is functioning because there is buying and selling. If there is no buying and selling, there is no economy. And if there is no economy, there is no society. So essentially, sales is an important part of everyone's life. Now, coming to high ticket sales, like I said earlier, it's not like traditional sales where you are trying to push the customer and push the product and services to the customer so that he can make a buck. In reality, high ticket sales is very reputable where he is working as a consultant, as a leader. He's helping the customer to come to a good conclusion about whether he wants a product or service. Say, for example, if someone is going to buy a high income or high return based investment in real estate, say he's normally in Calicut, we know there are so many properties here which is from 1 CR to 4 CR if it is apartments. And if someone in GCC is willing to put an investment here, how easily can he do it? Without sales, it's not possible. So normally what we do is we run ads. These companies run ads. They spend like 1 lakh to 10 lakh in ad spend in every month. And when they do that ad spend and these customers are coming to through the pipeline, eventually a salesperson is going to talk to them. So in high ticket space, if the salesperson is skilled in high tickets framework, he is going to investigate the customer, or he is going to ask the customer the requirements, why they are willing to put such a big investment, what they really want. Because in many cases, it's not like they want to put their money so that they have to live with their family. It's not like they want to be with they are not purchasing just for the purpose of apartment or family environment. Someone might be investing for a rental income. Sometimes they are investing for a long-term investment. So based on the customer requirement, we can analyze and provide them the best solution they want. And if someone is doing that in a very good way, honest way, in high ticket space, if they are doing in a honest way, he'll get a lot of reputation out of it, or he'll get a lot of appreciation for that, because he's helping the customer to make the right judgment or right decisions. So in that manner, if you think that's the case of real estate. Now, what if a business owner is looking for a service, like if they are looking for a marketing service. Let's say if you have a UK customer and he's having a lead gen problem, and his company is losing revenue because of the lead gen. And as a high ticket closer, you're working for a marketing agency and you're providing the marketing services to that company. And that can help that business owner solve his chronic problem of lead gen, which is affecting his business and his personal life because of that. So in high ticket space, if you are working as a setter or a closer, you will talk to the customer, understand the pain, understand the problem, where they want to be, what is the ideal scenario they want to be. And once they analyze these things, the customer will be like, he'll have a complete clarity in that call. It's more like I said, it's more like a consultation with a psychologist, but it's a business consultation. And with this business consultation, the customer comes out with a lot of clarity, and he has the trust. He have seen the leadership from the closer, and he look up to him as a leader, not like a salesperson. So that is the kind of outcome we want to deliver for us, our clients, as well as our students are learning this methodology, and they are essentially becoming a better communicator and a better closer. And moreover, they are helping businesses to make decisions easily, and which is correct and good for them. Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned they work like a psychologist. They dig deep into a customer's problems, issues, and on the basis of that, they give them apt solutions.
Correct.
That's how they work.
Exactly.
Okay. So in terms of job roles and as well as the opportunities in this space, you mentioned that you have job boards and all. Like, how can someone get started with you?
So basically, in RizqMentor, what we do is we provide coaching for these services.
Okay.
So basically, before coming to the coaching, we need to understand the industry a little bit. Like there are two types of job roles. One is an appointment setter. Like whenever there is leads coming in, an appointment setter will qualify the leads. He'll talk to the customer, spend initially some 10-15 minutes with the customer and on a call, and identify what the customer is the customer a right fit for the product or service which is offered, and if we can really help him. And he qualifies the customer. This is the role of appointment setter. So these roles are coming at an average of $3,000 to $5,000 in the US and UK market. So that's one opportunity there. And second role is like a closer. A closer is the one who helps them conclude the deal or make the decision and go with the company. And the closer is earning somewhere between $10,000 to $30,000. At an average, we can see like a good closer is earning $15,000 at an average. So these are the different kind of roles we have, and we are sourcing these roles for UK and US region. And yeah, there are a lot of opportunities like that.
Okay. Remote opportunities are available in both these industries. I mean, for both these roles across all industries.
Yeah, basically, like I said, in UK and US region, we have these roles. These roles are completely remote and commission basis. Some roles have base salary, but there is a term called OTE, on target earnings. Like if they have appointment setter might have a target like they have to get 60 appointments in a month. If they reach that target, and definitely there will be some closing, some deals will be closed, and they will get a commission of $3,000 to $5,000. Whereas a closer will have a target of 10 to 15 closings in a month, and based on the ticket size, he'll get the commissions. So yes, answering your question, like is it remote? Yes, 100% it is remote. And regarding industries, like I said, not all industries are there in the high ticket space. Only services where the conversation is one to one. The decision maker and the closer is having a one to one conversation. In that case, whatever industries come in, then it is a good fit. Yes.
Okay, I meant my question to just to rephrase my question. What I meant was actually that, let's say, for example, if there is a couple of industries like real estate, AI automation agencies, digital marketing agencies, cybersecurity, IT consultancy, and all those space. So the roles you mentioned, appointment setting as well as closer, does both these roles exist in both these industries, or does it the name differ, or is there any difference?
Yeah, sometimes appointment setter is known as a dialer, or a person who does maybe like SDR or business executive, SD. Different names are there, of course. In our region, we will not see much roles with the name closer, but they will see as sales executive or something like that, because that is how the businesses are operating. But right now, we have a lot of inquiry wherein business owners are coming to us and asking like whether do you have a closer who can work for us, because your ticket size is high. Like we are offering our coaching services for 1 to 2 lakhs, and if that is the case and they have expertise in selling high amount or high value services, they are interested in such people who have that skill set. So basically now the market is identifying, but for them these names are not that common, or they haven't heard about it, like appointment setter and closer. We won't see much. But if you go to LinkedIn and search for closer USA, appointment setter USA, definitely we can see a lot of roles. Yes.
Okay. So you mentioned about business owners who are looking for this. So I have a question regarding this. What's usually the challenges these business owners face? Like, why are they looking for this specific role?
So basically, think about a company who is spending like 1 lakhs to 10 lakhs per month on lead gen. They are doing meta ads and they are spending this huge amount. So what is the reality? When they are spending this huge amount, Meta is completely messed up after the Andromeda update, and updates are there all the time, which is breaking how things used to work. And what is the result? Result is that lot of unqualified leads are coming in, which is creating a havoc or a big problem to the business owner. Like if you spend 1 lakh and you get 1,000 leads a month or 10,000 leads a month, majority of them is unqualified. So we need to sort out between qualified and unqualified. And as a business owner, we need to give time to the people who are actually worth giving time for, qualified leads. So these things has to be taken care of.
Okay.
So in that scenario, when we look at such a situation, an appointment setter is someone who can sort out the unqualified and qualified leads and qualify. That is one place. Second thing, those who are dealing with low ticket items, like if someone is selling a coaching service or course for in an Indian market 20,000 or 30,000, they might not have the conviction to sell a 2 lakh or 3 lakh coaching service, because they are not used to it and they don't know the proper framework to do it. So business owners who are dealing with high ticket items or high ticket services, they essentially need someone who's trained in high ticket space and who have the conviction and who have the right framework to make that deal happen.
Okay. When you mentioned such large deals, so usually how does this deal work? Like, is it on a single call or is it on a double call? How does it work?
So it depends actually. Like some most of the spaces offer a customized solution. So first thing, we understand the customer's requirements on a call, and then we go for a second call wherein we deliver the solution.
Let's say someone wants to get started in high ticket sales space as an appointment setter or a closer in UK or US. When you get these inquiries, what are usually the challenges the students face to get started?
So basically, they have to learn high ticket sales. So that's the first step. So someone who wants to have a career in high ticket sales and work remotely, first thing is they need to master high ticket sales. Second thing, Alhamdulillah, in India we have a very good population of people who are speaking good English. But some students, they are fluent in English, but they have an accent problem, or they have some they're not that fluent in English. So parallelly, when they coming to our program, what we recommend is we have collaborated with some language trainers and language training institutes. So we ask them to take based on an assessment, they can go for an intermediate training or an advanced training in English communication. So that's the first phase where we ask them to make their communication better parallelly. And if they have accent problem, get an accent training and improve on that. So that is one challenge, because we are talking to UK and US based native speakers. So we have to be on that level, or at least a good level, wherein the communication is fluent and there is no hassles when talking to the customer. That is one challenge. Apart from that, people when they come to high ticket space, the market is, internationally trainers are charging a huge amount, like $3,000 to $15,000 they are charging.
$15,000.
Yes, $15,000. So up to this amount, the people are charging for different coaching programs. So there is no need for that. In our company, in RizqMentor, we are offering the services in a much cheaper way. Affordable way, while providing them job opportunities as well as good training so that they can land easily. So main challenges, one is communication skills has to be developed, English fluency has to be there, accent training has to be taken. Apart from that, they need good coaching in high ticket sales. And the sales is like learning swimming. You cannot learn swimming without getting into the waters. So just like that, people who are coming to high ticket space, they have to do a lot of mock calls, role plays. So in our coaching program, we have a program called Elite Closer Academy. What we do there is basically show them like the strategies, the tactics, and make them do it on a daily basis. Like role plays are there. So one day student A will be a closer and student B will be a customer. Second day student B will be the closer and student A will be the customer. So these role plays help a lot in practicing with scenarios. And also we have our closers and setters. They provide one-to-one calls and assistance so that our students can ramp up very easily. So ideally, if someone get into the training and within 1 to 2 months they are ready for the role, we have seen students who pick up much faster because they are already working in the industry and they have some exposure towards working with customers in UK and US region, and they can easily learn high ticket sales. Within 2-3 weeks, they are ready for job roles and they can start job hunting. So yeah, if you have the enthusiasm, if you can put in hard work, definitely this is a good space where you can make a good career and work remotely.
Okay. So how does the job hunting process work for a student that has joined with you?
So normally what we do is first we make them ready for the job.
Okay.
Like they learn the high ticket sales strategies, tactics, and they do the mock calls. After mock calls, once we see that our students are up to the mark, we have our internal job board wherein they have the roles coming every day. 3 to 5 roles are coming in, and more will come based on requirement. And they have to apply these roles. They have to apply through Loom video. Traditionally what we do is we send a pile of resumes to openings, but that's not the way how high ticket space work. In UK and US region, basically they are asking for Loom video having the introduction, and they will ask like questions like, why should we select you? What makes you different from other candidates? They have to communicate it in a video and show them like what the background is like and what is the video quality, how is the communication, because these things matter when the customer is when the company is hiring someone. They want to see how ideally a candidate will look like in the camera, how they are going to talk to the customer. So once they know that they have taken a candidate and what is the framework they are into, like what type of sales framework. So normally we use Call Gordon's technique. Call Gordon have a sign belief framework. That is how we are doing closing calls. And if customers, if our students go through the framework and implement these studies and create the Loom videos on a consistent basis, they have to apply for jobs for 1 to 2 months, and they'll get a bunch of offers, and they can be selective. They don't have to be like they don't have to select one job and go for it. They can be selective, and they can look for roles which is good for them in terms of monetary wise as well as time wise and work life balance, of course.
Cultural wise
So
as
yeah,
well.
they can choose the right one which is befitting them.
Okay, okay. So is it a necessity that you have to have your own product to get into high ticket sales?
Not at all. Like if a business owner is looking into it, he needs to have a product or service to sell. But in high ticket space, we don't have to have a product or service, and we are working as a appointment setter or a closer for another company, so we don't need a product or service.
Okay. So as a student who gets into high ticket sale, as someone who is a beginner, what's some of the biggest mistakes that they make?
The biggest mistake, as I told you, they make a huge investment, like $3,000 to $15,000 in a coaching program. That is one of the major mistakes I have seen. And the thing is, such companies are very huge companies because they have a lot of students and they cannot give individual attention. So if they are opting for programs, they should look for programs which have at least who have a good job board, and if the training is decent and they can have a good training in $1,000 to $1,500, then it's a good thing. This is one thing. Second mistake I have seen is some students, once they get into the training, before getting their hands dirty or before getting themselves experienced in the skills, they go and apply for roles. That is not something recommended, because as we always say, first impression is the best impression. So when someone is posting a job, they are very serious about it. And if you're not skilled and if you haven't trained yourself and you're going to position just because you see that's a 15,000 offer or a $5,000 appointment setting offer and you want to jump into it, that's not the right way. You need to be resourceful before getting the resources, or you need to be resourceful so that you can actually deliver the product and services like the business owner wants to. So they have to get themselves skilled, and once they're skilled, definitely they can look for jobs.
So generally in schools and colleges, the teachers usually have this remark: the people who are very effective in their communication, who are, kind of extrovert, although I don't prefer to use the term extrovert or introvert. It's basically the skill you're trained on. So do you think as an introvert, someone could get into sales?
See, it doesn't really matter whether the person is an introvert or an extrovert. What really matters is in a sales call, if you're going on a sales call for 1 hour, the customer speaks for 50 minutes and you speak for 10 minutes. That is how the ideal call should look like. You have to listen more and speak less. So listening is the most important skill. So if someone, regardless of them being introvert or extrovert, if they're good listeners, they will make good sales and they will go a long way in this career. So listening is the primary skill. And what we have seen is, yes, we have students who are introverts, like who doesn't speak much. But mashallah, after they are in the field, or especially in our team, we have hired people, and we have seen like they are introverts, and they were initially struggling or very lazy to talk to people because they don't want to talk to. And we have seen like after 3 months or some time like that, they have changed a lot. They have improved their skill like anything because they are good listeners. So if you have good listening skills, that is going to help you in a long way and make a good career out of sales. So listening is more important.
Okay, listening is really important.
Yes.
Okay. So is there any other areas like you have seen their competence being improved as a result of directly as a result of this training?
Yes, of course. Like I have seen students who are running their own businesses, and when they, like one of the students, he wanted to have an investor in his business, and he was struggling for that for a long time because he didn't have the correct framework to talk to the investor and how to approach. But when once he came into our training and he had gone through the training perfectly, and he approached multiple people and he immediately got an investor. That is one thing. So how he is able to have that confidence and have that conviction to go about and talk to the investor and convince them. So this convincing capacity have increased because they have a proper framework. This is one thing. Apart from that, people will become better communicators. Like personally, I've been in the IT industry for a long time, and I'm good in technical skills. I have worked in Microsoft, I have worked in Shell, I have worked in Sabic, I have worked in almost all the premier companies, but I was not a good communicator. I was struggling myself like anything because technically I can do the job, but coming from background like from I mean an average Keralite, I'm not a good communicator in English or something like that. But after learning sales, mashallah, I worked in my last company as a pre-sales manager, and we were able to gauge the customer, get them interested in our products and services, have a good conversation, and eventually close deals because of the framework. So learning sales will give you a lot of confidence, lot of communication skills, and improve your skills like anything. So that is really one of the outcomes, even in your personal life. Suppose if you are a husband-wife situation, and most of the marriage problems are there because of
Improper communication.
proper communication. Lack of proper communication is a major problem. If you come into sales, high-ticket sales, you know the psychology of people, how they communicate, and you know how to handle a situation like anything. So you'll become a good listener, and you can solve a lot of marital problems as well once you are into sales. It's true. I mean, I have seen that such results coming through after going through the process.
So one thing usually that happens in a traditional sales job, like people in my family who works in traditional sales job, they usually try to switch their career around like late 30s or early 40s. The reason being, like they have lost their youth. So usually when the job involves a lot of outdoor stuff, okay, they tend to, the companies itself, they kind of remove them. They lay them off. So how about in high ticket sales space? Let's say someone who is in their 30s or 40s, like is age actually a barrier to enter this space?
So age do plays a role in any of the jobs because as you can see, youngsters, they will be having a lot of enthusiasm, but if someone in their 30s or 40s, they will have a lot of wisdom, and ideally both can work. And any person who's having a lot of hard work and enthusiasm, you can put a lot of work into what you really want to achieve, they will achieve the thing. It really doesn't matter if you are 45 or 50 or 65, doesn't matter. But what we have seen is in our coaching program, we have set a criteria that we are going to train people between 20 to 39. It's not because people outside 40 can't perform. They can definitely perform, but the thing is, we have seen the best results in this age group, 20 to 39. And in this age group, people are, they have more flexibility. In your 20s and 30s, you don't have a big family responsibility. You have things in your control. Mostly, they are, just getting married or before marriage, and they don't have kids, they don't have a lot of liabilities. They have a lot of time to take risk. So such people, if they enter to high-ticket space at this stage, they can definitely learn, they can implement, they have the patience. If that is the case, they can definitely make a good career. Ideally, what we are doing is we are looking for people in the age group of 20 to 39. That is what we are targeting. And we want to deliver the best results for that age group. And we have seen they respond well to our services as well.
Usually your students are from the age of 20 to 39.
That's right.
But it's still possible for other folk to get, to get placed in these roles as well?
Yes, regardless of the age, if you are putting a lot of hard work, if you have that patience, listening capability, and you invest in a good training, definitely age is not a barrier.
Okay. So, what skill do you think it matters more than the sales skill itself in order to perform well in a high ticket sales space?
So, see, these two roles, appointment setting and closing. Appointment setting job is the most difficult job because you have to sort out unqualified leads and qualified leads. Some companies, instead of inbound, you have to do outbound, cold outreach, and all. So, you need to have patience, you need to take rejections, you need to have the will to face rejections. People will not be always accepting you. So patience is required, listening capability is required. But in the long run, these appointment setters also become closers after they spend some time in the company. They know the process. Appointment setting is having 80% of the stuff. Less the remaining 20% is into closing where they pitch and objection handling, tonality. Like those things are there in closing. So if you put in hard work and you have the patience and perseverance to move forward, then definitely these are the skills: patience, perseverance, listening capability, hard work, and you have work, very good work ethic. Definitely that will go a long way.
To take the rejections and failures as a step towards their next goal.
That's true. Yes.
Okay. So, can you walk me through some of our students who have outperformed? You already mentioned about one of the student who was capable enough to raise an investment. So, are there any such results within the job itself?
So basically, when we started out, majority of our students are from our area, Malayalam language. Now we are transitioning and catering to English audience and people who are communicating in English. So in our local community, people are there who have run businesses. Like one student, he was running an accounting business, and he has this accounting business, and he deliver accounting services to customers in GCC area. So earlier, what he does, he'll do ads, he'll do outreach through WhatsApp groups and get customers, but the process was not refined, and the outcome was not predictable. But after coming to our coaching, and he found out that the framework, like we have sound belief framework, he told me literally he'll have a paper and he'll check the sound beliefs and talk to the customer, and he can see like the closing rate has gone like anything. It's very high. So that result is really something I also personally admire, because he's not even good in communicating in English. And mashallah, with that kind of background, his customers are basically Keralites. So he have implemented the framework and have gotten result. Apart from that, like in your case, you when you joined, you were a student, right? And like you and other closers who are in our team, we have seen that they have a very good close rate of 50%. 50% close rate to when you're talking to two customers, one customer is getting convinced, means that's a very huge close rate.
Huge close rate.
So, mashallah, that is also remarkable. And we have seen that in our case. And most of our students, when they are into our other programs where we have a different offering called Online Income Challenge, and in that it is affiliate marketing basically, they have 33% conversion rate.
Okay.
When they talk to 3 customers, 1 customer will get convinced. So even in that scenarios also we have very good conversion rate. So mashallah, we have these results which is speaking. Yeah.
Okay. So why do you think these students of yours, including me, why do you think we became successful?
First thing is the enthusiasm. Like they want to learn this, and they immediately, these students, when they implement, they know this is really working. Like the feedback I've gotten from one of the student is that I know the person. I mean, I have shown him my call wherein I have talked to a different customer, and the customer is a friend of my student, and he have seen like the rapport frame and the way the conversation went. He was very curious, like how you managed to talk to him in that fashion, or how you control the frame. And because he knows that person, he's on a very what you say, very popular person in the field, and he was literally very easy to close in that call or conversation. So basically, people admire the way we communicate in a sales call, and they have seen results like anything. And So yeah, these are the things which our students find interesting because of the results, basically how we are convincing people and how we are helping them make better decisions.
Okay. So coming back to some of our earlier conversation, which I find relevant here. So you had mentioned about the skill set of a high ticket closer or an appointment setter is actually to have the empathy or the cadence to listen to the customer.
Exactly.
So I personally had an experience with one of these bots. So usually they are very interruptive. Like they don't let you finish. Let's say if I were to take a pause, they start talking.
Yes, that's true.
So I think obviously it's not at this point of time, there is no possibility that they have that listening skill yet.
Yeah, and moreover, think about think in the perspective of a customer. You are the customer. You are going to invest in a business opportunity, or you are going to invest in a deal, which is like a UK customer. You are going to invest like £10,000. Are you going to make that decision talking to a bot?
No,
Definitely not.
no, it's my life savings.
Yeah, we have a lot of. It's a big investment for your business, and you want to talk to a human before making that deal.
Okay.
So definitely, an appointment setter and closer should be a human, and that is why still we have these openings at a large scale. And since these are financial roles, definitely a human intervention is much required. But for low ticket items, somewhere like if it is between 500 to 2,000 rupees in our market, they can definitely talk to a bot and finish it off because it's not a big, huge amount. Low ticket items definitely will be replaced by AI. But high ticket items, since the financials are involved, people always want to talk to a human.
Okay. Let's say if someone like me or someone else were to get started into sales in high ticket sales space, what can be the realistical results they can achieve in 6 months or 12 months in given this brackets? What are the realistic results that they can achieve?
So let's let's make a roadmap like this. So in 1 month, the first month and the second month, it's about building skills. You enroll into our program and you learn the high ticket space like ECA. If you enroll, you learn appointment setting and closing. You do the mock calls, 30 mock calls, and by 45 days, 1.5 months, you are ready. If you put in the right effort, you are ready for the job. Next thing is you need to consistently apply for job roles. So month 2 and 3, you are doing appointments, you are doing Loom videos and posting them in the job boards or job roles, and communicating with business owners individually, consistently outreaching to business owners so that you can land an ideal role. In that scenario, month 2 and 3, you are 3 and 4 maybe, you are doing consistent efforts. Within 1 month effort, you will get 3 to 4 offers, which are really good. By month 3 or 4, you are already in a job role. Sometimes it can be much easier. Maybe in the second month itself, you landed a job. But I'm giving a more realistic way. Third month or fourth month, you are in a job role. In that role, specifically, if that role is, apart from the training, they have their own training. That company will have an internal training, and they will introduce a product and service to you and give you a good training on it. You have a script which is working for that company. You need to execute that script. By month 4 and 5, you will bring result to that company.
Okay.
By the 6th month, you will have consistent result.
Okay.
And from 6 months onwards, you will have consistent earnings because you are bringing consistent result.
Okay.
So by the end of 1 year, you can see like the first 6 months are all about learning. Next 6 months is all about getting execution, and you're earning. So as an appointment setter, at average, you can reach $3,000 to $5,000. And by that year, if you are if you have a very good rapport with that company, you can climb your ladder to a closer and start your closer journey, and eventually going from $10,000 to $30,000.
Okay. Earlier you mentioned something called as OTE. How does usually the commission structure work in these industries in high ticket sales space?
So in a high ticket sales space, it's sometimes some companies, they offer a base salary. Say there will be a small base salary so that the person can complete his expenses. But most companies, they prefer OTE type of earnings, wherein on target execution or on target earnings. What happens is they'll set a target appointment setting. 60 appointments should be there in a month. Once you reach that 60 appointments and these appointments are converted by the closer, there will be a target for the closer as well. Let's say 10 sales or 15 sales. and say one sale is 10,000 pounds, and if they reach like 100,000 pounds, and definitely the closer will get 15% out of it or 30% based on the offer. And the appointment setter, he will have a 5% or 10% cut out of it, and he can earn. So basically, it is like the target has to be achieved, and for achieving the target, they are sharing the commissions to the.
Missions, okay. So, as part of your company RizqMentor, is this the only program that you teach, or are there any other mentorship programs as well?
We have two programs basically. So what we have seen is people who are highly motivated and putting in effort to improve their language and skills. If they're having some language problem also, they can eventually train themselves and get a job. People are interested in getting a job. For them, we recommend the ECA program, Elite Closer Academy program, wherein they will become an appointment setter or a closer and work for companies. This is the primary one which we are promoting.
UK and US based rules.
UK and US based rules. And apart from this, we have this affiliate marketing thing, wherein our company, we have affiliate marketing, wherein we have different courses. They can sell our courses and get commissions for that. So that option is also not there. It is known as online income challenge. So they can work as an affiliate, and we provide ads for them, and they can do marketing and sales for this, and they can earn a good commission, somewhere like 10,000 to 25,000 they can earn per sale. So say for example, someone making 10 sales, they can make 2.5 lakhs or 3 lakhs easily. So we have that option as well. We have kept that option so that people who cannot land in jobs or who are not interested in UK US roles, they have an in-house program wherein we are providing them an opportunity.
For someone who wants to get started in high ticket sales space with you, what is the first step they should take? Or like how should they contact you, or how should they get in touch with you?
So basically, what we do is we qualify them using a questionnaire. They can apply using our link. I'll give the link in the description, or else they can come and link, and we'll send it in to them. So basically, look in the description and they can apply for it. And once they go through the application and fill the application, our team will approach them, set an appointment, and we'll have a call mutually convenient time. And they will have a good clarity about it and get into it. They can get into it. And basically, we have a price tag of 1 to 2 lakhs. That is the investment to get into our coaching. And we have these job roles, which is very lucrative. So compared to the result they are getting, we are having a very modest, or it's not that expensive compared to international market. Like I said, $3,000 to $15,000 is the market internationally for these kind of coachings. We are charging only $1,500. So that is the expense for it. So if someone is interested and willing to put in the investment, and if they are interested, they should check the description, and we will. They can click on the link and apply in our portal. And our website name is www.RizqMentor.com. They can apply in that. Yeah.
It was an interesting conversation, Mr. Jishad. Inshallah, we'll have a talk again. Looking forward to have you on the podcast again.
And definitely, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, we had a very good conversation. And inshallah, let's see how our viewers are reacting and how they are experiencing. And if they, based on their questions, we'll have another one soon, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa iyyakum.